Hello and welcome people back to Let's Play Folklore. It's been a while, but yeah, in the last episode I just went back to the save point because I was just walking around in order to level up the rocket fish. And I also found this, which wasn't here before when we first came through this place. It's actually the cloak of this level.
Huh, really?
Yeah, it's the first and only time where I actually get the level appropriate cloak on the level where it belongs. So I'm immediately going to turn back and ignore all of those blobs because they're fucking annoying and I never want to deal with them ever again. And change the cloak. It isn't particularly useful because honestly, like all it actually gives you is resistance to water, and surprisingly enough, in the water-themed level, there aren't really that many monsters that actually use water.
But that cloak looks so pretty.
I still kind of prefer the fairy cloak.
You would.
Those wings, just those flappy wings.
Where's my Sailor Moon outfit?
Oh, I wish. But yeah, I can't wait until we actually get some of the DLC outfits. Some of them are pretty spiffy. But yeah, this time around we're gonna just go to the other way, which I was. I think I wanted to explore the first time around, just never got around to it, and I thought it was the right way to go, so I didn't go there. But as it turns out, both ways are the right ways to go. It's
As long as you keep pencil fish.
Yeah. And also the other way, actually featured more enemies. So, and this thing has surprisingly a lot of dodge ability, as you'll see later on, and a whole bunch of abilities you never see on this particular one. I'm not actually sure if you don't get a similar monster in a different level, some of the later ones, which actually use that ability, but yeah.
Wiggly certainly doesn't give a fuck, though.
Yeah, and Piggly actually interrupted that annoying little aerial ugly sister, so and invincibility frames there. So it didn't knock me out of getting the soul that I didn't actually need, but it's always the experience. Also, something I don't think I mentioned before, with every monster that requires requires charge up, they always take up just as much. Force in order to charge to full power. It's just that when you're charging, you're not regaining any. You're not regaining any magic, so that's kind of the trade-off. But like you can charge up all of the levels with like all of the power-ups with the same amount of MP, or yeah, MC in this one. Magic, the blue one.
Mana, second bar, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. The thing that recharges over time for her, which makes her slightly less useful than Keats. But yeah, here I'm just going out of my way in order to power up the rocket fish, because rocket fish is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it being a rocket fish aside, its attacks are actually pretty damn useful because it auto-targets everything that you have your target on, and there is no but about it. How did you miss that? Like, there is no like, it's going to target the closest thing to you, or just going to target the random thing. No, it's actually all of them are always going to go to the target that you chose. Unless, well, unless there are a couple targets on top of one another, but, well, you can't help there.
Great lock-on systems.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, 5 more
Jesus.
enemies to go.
That's a tall order compared to the others.
What?
Compared to other monsters that had you kill stuff, that's a bit high. 15.
Well, not exactly. The troll, I think it had you kill 30.
Huh.
I don't exactly remember. And you can't check it anymore because all it does now, it just tells you what you got from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, here we have to deal with these really ugly Labrador fish things. And here you see why they're the devil. Especially combined with them. It's like status from status to status, combined with status.
And that is why you murder it.
In cold blood.
Mm-hmm.
Go, my piglies. The only bad thing about the Piggly is that every time you use one, you move slightly forward, which oftentimes, especially with these guys, brings you in the range of their attacks, even when you don't want to be. So you have to keep backing up.
Alright,
But still,
4 more to
Piggly is
go.
the best. Piggly will always be the best.
Is Piggly your husbando?
Totally.
Oh my gosh.
Close number 2 in this game.
Got it. Got it. Three more to go.
Actually 2.
Oh, 2. Huh.
Yeah, because it was 15 when we entered here.
Okay.
And here I show how they're absolutely worthless at hitting something that's directly in front of them. All of the other target things.
It's not moving. What do I do?
But as I said before, it's very smart design because like I would much rather they target for enemies rather than get confused at crystals.
Right.
And we can go there.
Because there's water there, you see.
Yeah, it's kind of neat that that's actually what prevents you from going there, and like the actual like levels that you explore don't have the water effect going on. Undersea storybook.
Crab. So what they're telling you to do is electrocute the crab.
Yeah. Too bad they are at the very beginning of the stage and I already have one.
Right. Just in case you didn't know, though.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like you can experiment or you get the memo.
Oh god, I'm drunk. Oh wait, no.
But yeah, we're going to fight him again in order to clock in another monster. And this is the attack we didn't see before. Him actually using his rockets as opposed to just charging on us.
So if there's a rocket fish, is there also a shark Luca? I want that.
I wish. And it
Gates
would
would
be.
totally get it. Just saying.
I wish there were like, and it uses an attack called Sharknado.
Yes.
There are a lot of monsters I didn't actually get on my first run because, well, some of them I just was I was just endlessly confused as to what actually makes them pop up their id. Like, I never thought to use the status moves. So, for example, I never actually got the Labrador fish dogs, annoying little devils.
Why would you want them?
I also, well, one thing, not exactly to want them, but to actually be able to kill them efficiently.
One more.
Yeah, one more. Well, hello there.
Scarecrow, how are you always, like, 3 steps ahead of us?
He uses the teleporters.
He already touched every checkpoint.
Yes. He just runs through everything.
In before Scarecrow is the ultimate evil.
Well, he wanted to get me killed already once.
He gets his kicks, man.
And he
Nothing
gets
personal,
drunk.
though. It's all business.
And he gets drunk with his best friend who doesn't play an instrument.
Yes. But he only doesn't play his instrument because it's broken, you see.
He always finds a different reason for that.
Yeah.
Just be stuck right there. I'm fine with it.
That is A-okay.
He's behind the wall of water.
The physics of this place confuse me.
One really good thing about the Piglies is that they are, unlike most other like target, most other folks that charge onto enemies and stuff like that, they don't actually get affected by their attacks. The only way they will get knocked off the air is if you get hit while they're in the air, which is another reason why they are the master race.
I see. Alpha players got it good.
And one more should do it.
There we go.
Wee.
So now it does more damage.
Malabari. No wonder we never use the actual names.
Indeed. We should just call him a rocket from now on.
It's a rocket fish.
That too.
But yeah, now he has more rockets.
Ellen has a dark aura while charging. Makes me suspicious.
Dark motion lure.
Yes.
That's another thing this game did really well, the use of all of the After Effects, which they didn't just slap on, okay, it's gonna be motion blur on everything, which a lot of games from that time did. They actually wanted everything to look sharp and nice. Same as they did with same as they did with Bloom, where they only used it in places where it was appropriate, as opposed to everything. like what they did in Twilight Princess,
Right.
where it's like put bloom on everything. We used relatively high resolution textures, but fuck it.
Quick, jump! Jump!
And this is probably where I got the copyrights, because
Probably.
there wasn't much going on, and the only sound you could hear was the bubbles, the water ambience, as they like to call it in the copyright strike.
Yes. Generic bar noise is copyrighted.
I just love getting those. It's so confusing as to the things they actually want to take away from me, like for the reasons why they think I'm stealing stuff. It's always because of some random sound effects they used in the game.
Yeah.
Not oh well, unless it's Konami, then it's always the music in their games. But you know, that's their thing. I don't claim that it's all fair use. I don't really have much of an opinion on it. It doesn't really affect me much. And here is the instruction on how to defeat the boss.
What?
Well, first you fry it, then you dice it, and then you fry it again, and then you destroy its head.
So you gotta cook it.
Pretty much, yes. So what you need for this fight is first electricity, then slash elemental, and then more electricity, and then destruction element. I was wondering if the rocket fish was actually destruction elemental, but no, sadly he's just normal.
Aw. A
Yeah.
rocket fish.
Yeah, sadly the rocket fish just won't cut it for this fight.
Get it?
And
Cut it. Slash element.
And weirdly enough, the boss doesn't have you use the water element, which pretty much has been, well, it hasn't been introduced on this level, but it's the first time where you get something that can actually use it somewhat competently. Because we've got Hanky before, but Hanky sucks.
Yeah.
Just blow fucking
Oh, that's
bubbles.
a really pretty shot right there.
Mm-hmm. And here you see guys coming out from there.
Yeah. Let's kill them. Gotta always have your Piggly. He must never leave.
No. Well, unless the enemy is just cannot be taken care of with the normal element. But in all other situations, Piggly all the way. But yeah, I'm not absorbing their id because they have the whole minigame with balancing, which just won't do.
Yeah.
And I was actually kind of trying to capture both of them. Well, trying it again, because there are very few situations where you can actually see if it works. But no, they don't actually let you do that.
Yeah, I can see why not. Hey, look, crystal thingy.
Mm-hmm. That's why you always defeat everything.
Fucking hanky.
Fucking bubbles. Yeah, now I don't have to. Now I don't have to return to the thing to restore my everything.